Hey guys, it's Hump Day. That's right, middle of the week. It's all downhill from here. I have a threefer for you today. Try to get these out as quick as I can, but I have a threefer. And we'll go through these really quick. Just give you, I'm going to put all the links to these three stories in the description box below if you want to go down and click one or click all and watch them or read them. You can read all about them, but I'm going to go through them as quick as I can and give you as much information on, is my mic on? Yes, on these three stories. Now, a couple of them are follow-ups, and the first one we're going to Rockville, Maryland, thanks to WUSA 9 in Maryland. Prosecutors have filed an assault charge against a Montgomery County police officer accused of kneeing a handcuffed man's head into a sidewalk outside a restaurant during a videotaped arrest. And I did an editorial on this. The guy outside of McDonald's where they were, assaulting him, basically. So police have said remember it went to the state's attorney. Now, police have said they began investigating Officer Kevin Joseph Morris with second-degree assault and misconduct in office in the July 3rd arrest of 19-year-old Arnaldo Andres Pessoa. Now, Kevin Joseph Morris, they've begun the investigation on him for use of force after a video of the arrest began circulating on social media. Authorities said Pessoa received medical treatment after the incident. Officer Kevin Joseph Morris has been placed on administrative leave, so he's on a paid vacation pending the outcome of this. Montgomery County State's Attorney John McCarthy said police officers who act improperly will be held accountable. We will see. Morris will receive a summons to appear in court in August. The assault charge carries a maximum sentence of 10 years. Well, we'll see what he gets. He might just get probation or whatever. But Officer Kevin Joseph Morris has been charged officially with, again, second-degree assault and misconduct in office. And he's going to get a summons to go to court. You need to go to court. You could get 10 years. So there you go. That's the Montgomery County follow-up, the one I did, the editorial where he was at outside of the McDonald's. Now, the one where the 17-year-old girl Hannah Williams was shot in Anaheim by police on the 91 freeway. The family of a 17-year-old girl who was shot to death by a police officer on the 91 freeway is demanding answers, but officials said on Tuesday that the officer who killed the girl has yet to be interviewed by investigators. Well, but the shoot team, right, has to do something. Hannah Williams was identified by her family as a young woman who was fatally shot by a Fullerton police officer on Friday evening in Anaheim on that freeway. Police officials have described Hannah Williams as a suspect and initially said investigators recovered remember I said yesterday's editorial what appeared to be a handgun at the scene of the shooting. Well, they've determined it was a BB gun designed to look like a Beretta 92 FS handgun. That was recovered next to Williams at the scene. Shortly after prosecutors released information on the replica handgun, Williams' parents and relatives held a news conference to ask that the officer involved in the shooting be suspended without pay and urged California Governor Gavin Newsom to consider directing State Attorney General Xavier Becerra to launch an independent investigation into the shooting. Now, I can understand the parents being upset and wanting action and everything else, but you also have to consider if she aimed that BB gun at the officers. I mean, they already said it was designed to look like a Beretta 92 FS. And you've seen the picture, I just put the picture here in the video. That looks like a freaking handgun to me. It looks like maybe a 38 or a 45. Now, Williams' godmother, Lynette Campbell, said, quote, "Losing Hannah is hard. The circumstances in which we lost her has made it that much harder." And of course, I mean, nobody wants to lose a child, and especially in those circumstances. But if you go down the story here, it says the shooting unfolded just after 7 p.m. on Friday when a Fullerton police officer dressed in his uniform and driving his K9 to a veterinarian in a marked police cruiser spotted a car driven by Williams allegedly speeding eastbound on the 91 freeway, according to the district attorney's office. At some point, the two vehicles made physical contact. The district attorney's statement reads, moments later, the officer who shot Williams radioed an emergency dispatcher to say he had been involved in a shooting on the eastbound 91 freeway. Is there body cam? Is there dash cam? That's what we want to know. Police have not said what prompted the officer to open fire on Williams. She had a BB gun. Now, the family does not know where the BB gun found in the rental car Williams was driven came from. It was a rental car. This young lady had several siblings, and we don't know who that gun belonged to, someone had said, quoted here in the story. Now, there are 3 different agencies involved in this investigation. The Anaheim Police Department is investigating whether Williams committed a crime, while the Orange County District Attorney's Office is probing the potential criminal culpability of the officer. So they're looking at if the officer committed a crime here, or did Hannah Williams commit a crime? Did she point it at the officer? Nobody really knows what's going on, and I've read this story. I read another story related to it. Nobody really knows what's going on. Just some cop shot her, and they found a BB gun, which actually does look like a Beretta. But we don't know. Did she hold it in her hand? What was going on there? Nobody's saying in any of these stories, and nobody knows. If you guys can find a story where it actually says what happened, everybody's just hush-hush and investigating something. So there you go. There's a follow-up to that. Sorry, I just don't have a whole lot of time here. Okay, so the third story here. Thank you to the New York Post for this story. Missouri law enforcement was able to sniff out the location of a person wanted for possession of a controlled substance over the weekend after the suspect passed gas so loudly that it gave up his hiding spot, officials have said. Now, the Clay County Sheriff's Department posted on Facebook to share how the felony flatulence played a role in the arrest outside the city of Liberty, Missouri. If you've got a felony warrant for your arrest, the cops are looking for you, and you flatulate so loud it gives up your hiding spot, you're definitely having a crappy day. So they're saying, the sheriff's office said. So they were able to sniff him out, and the picture here, it looks like the fart went up his back. That's a wet fart, and it just shot up his back. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, there you go. Out of Missouri, the story's below. You can go read the whole story. Felony flatulence gives up a felon. And there you go. News Now Ukaipa letting you know what's going on across your nation from West Coast to East Coast and all between. Thank you guys for watching. Happy Hump Day and have a great week.